Well, hello fellow film fans and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Tyler's Real Movie Talk, guys. And in this video, I'm going to give you my initial quick thoughts and initial review of Jessica Jones Season 2, guys. And let's just get right into this. Jessica Jones Season 2, guys, I gotta say, I liked it, but it was not as good as Season 1 to me. And there's a few reasons for that. But before we get into those reasons, let's get into what I liked about the show. First of all, I love Krysten Ritter as Jessica Jones. I love what she brings to the role and how she acts in this series. It's fantastic, and I really can't picture anybody else being Jessica Jones, and that's just really a compliment to Krysten Ritter and what she brings to the show and the series as a whole with her performance. Also, guys, what I liked about this season is it stayed true to the mystery and intrigue a little bit of Season 1. The first half of the season has that mystery and intrigue that we're looking for in this series. It continues that from Season 1, and I really appreciated that as a viewer and as someone who loved Season 1 of Jessica Jones, guys. And the third thing I really enjoyed about this season is really the dilemma Jessica Jones gets put in this season. She gets put in a morally challenged dilemma where you don't know what's right and what's wrong. You know, there's this decision and then this decision, and both decisions seem right. You can make a case for why they're right for both of them, and it just puts her in a really tough spot on how to choose what she should do going forward, and I loved that about this season, guys. But now with the positives out of the way, we do have to get into some of the negatives, and let's start with the first negative, guys. I did not like the villain in this season. I mean, I'm really not even sure there was a villain in this season, I gotta say. I did not like the villain at all. The villain did not grab my attention. I would say probably the first few episodes, the villain, what they were leading up to, it grabbed my attention, but once they revealed everything a little bit, it kind of, I don't know, it just took away from the story for me, and I just didn't like the villain. It kind of really seemed like Jessica Jones was her own villain. She was getting in the way of her own self in this series, and I kind of didn't like that about it, especially considering Season 1 villain Kilgrave was absolutely off the chain. One of the best villains I've seen in a Marvel Netflix show besides Kingpin in Daredevil Season 1, guys. And we gotta move on to the next thing I didn't like about this season, and that is Jessica Jones' best friend, Trish Walker. I did not like her story arc at all. Every time she was on screen, for me, I felt it took away from the story. I just found her to be incredibly annoying, and I found her story arc to be incredibly annoying. Like, anytime she was on screen, I was waiting for her to get off screen, and that's not due to the performance. The actress gives a great performance in the role. It's mainly due to the writers and how they wrote the character this season. I just didn't like it. I wasn't a fan of it. I mean, she's supposed to be Jessica Jones' best friend, and yet she's getting in the way of Jessica Jones, it seems like, in every single turn, and I did not like that about it. And guys, the last thing I did not like about this season, I will say, is the pacing. I don't know why, for whatever reason, this season felt slower than the first season. I don't mind a slow series because I loved the first season and that was slow, but for some reason, to me, this was like a harder watch for me than it was last season. I don't know why that is, but it just was. I remember last season I watched every episode in like a day. This season it was harder to do that. I couldn't find myself watching, 5-6 episodes in a row. I would find myself getting bored a little bit during the shows and, getting on my phone or whatever, but guys, that's what I thought of Jessica Jones Season 2. Overall, I really liked it, but it was not as good as Season 1, to me anyway. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you guys like Season 2 of Jessica Jones? Have you started it? And if you've started it, do you like it so far? Or do you not like it? And why or why not? And if you guys like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, which will notify you anytime I have any new content coming out, guys. And with all of that out of the way, thank you for watching.